Tell me who your friends are, and I tell you who you are. It's a very familiar phrase. I'm sure you heard this before. Now, when we talk about friendships, friends can make us or break us. Friendships can bring us closer to God. Friendships can pull us away from God. In short, friendships, they can program us to be more positive, to have an outlook on life through a positive lens, or to be quite negative minded. So, friendships are not a small matter. Friendships are a very big matter. And today we want to talk to you about friendships. In the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to talk to you about friendships from a different perspective in a way that you have never seen before. Let's read here today the example of the Lord Jesus himself. Jesus said, "But I have called you friends, for all things that are heard from my Father, I have made known to you." So, first of all, when we talk about the Lord Jesus calling us friends, a lot of people they think about the Lord Jesus as a person who was lovable. Jesus promoted love, kindness, goodness. But we cannot misunderstand the friendship of the Lord Jesus. A good friend is not a person that will only make you feel good. A good and a true friend is a person that will be honest with you when it's necessary to be honest, is a person that can tell you the truth. And a good example about this is exactly what happened to the relationship of Jesus and Peter. Peter, one of the um, main disciples and apostles, there was an interaction, a conversation that strong words were used. And we can read that here. But Jesus, turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are an offense to me, for you are not mindful of the things of God, but the things of men." So here we have the Lord Jesus using very strong words to Peter, but not with the intention to offend him, but with the intention to take care of his soul, to take care of his own soul. And that's why Jesus made it clear. He said, "Look, get thee behind me, Satan." In other words, right now you are not being spiritual. Right now you're using your heart, you're using emotions, you're not being mindful of the things of God. So here you have two people, you could consider them friends, because Jesus, he said, "I call you friends. I'm not a stranger," that have a very, strong conversation, a heart to heart talk, as most people understand this term. In this case, the Lord Jesus spoke from his heart, and it was necessary for him to, speak to Peter in a way more directly, and not just to cover it up with flowers and in a nice package. Some things must be spoken frank and clear. And when two people are spiritual, when you have two people that are spiritual friends, it's not going to be a problem for them to have a strong conversation about spiritual things. They were not talking about physical things, material things. They were talking about the preservation of the soul, about the value of the soul, the importance of the soul. Because the Lord Jesus was going to Calvary, had a mission to fulfill. And the important thing of this is that after this strong conversation, Jesus using those strong words, Peter was not offended. Peter did not keep a grudge. Peter was spiritual. In that moment, it was a flaw. At that moment, Peter committed an error, lack of judgment, a moment of spiritual weakness. And that's why he did not keep a grudge. And he allowed those words of Jesus to enter him. And he continued serving God. He continued following the Lord Jesus. And this is important for you to understand, because friendships are not just about making one another feel good. Friendships, spiritual friendships, first and foremost, are about helping each other's soul, benefiting the soul, promoting the value of the soul.
You're speaking there, and this verse came to my mind in Proverbs 17, verse 17. It says, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born in adversity." So, in other words, a friend loves at all times. Love is not what the world portrays nowadays. Mm-hmm. Because people portray love, or the world portrays love as kissing, hugging, having a good time together, mm-hmm. having a laugh together, mm-hmm. Going out together. But actually, a true friend is a friend that calls the attention, or, pulls the ear of the other when necessary. Uh-huh. But the society, the world has made fragile people. So now people are scared to be friends. What if I tell this person what they need to hear? Yeah. And then this person becomes offended, never wants to talk to me again. Yeah. So the devil created a system, or a society that are too fragile, that they don't like to have this heart-to-heart conversation. But you can only have a friend, you can know a true friend when they tell you the truth. Yeah. If you are wrong, they will not agree with you. They will tell you you are wrong, or they give you another perspective. Mm-hmm. And that's why Proverbs 17 says, "A friend loves at all times." So even when you are calling the attention of someone, you are, trying to open the eyes of someone, that is called love. Obviously, there is a way and a time to do it, right? But when you encounter a person that doesn't agree all the time with you, because true friends, they don't agree with you at all times, but they tell you what needs to be done, what needs to be changed. They tell you the truth, and it's in those times that friend becomes like a brother.
Yeah, a true friend is a person that can be honest with you and that wants to have honest conversations. So if you have been disappointed because you have had people that have hurt you, or you have suffered in certain friendships, that is understandable. And this happens in life. And sometimes we learn the hard way because we put our trust or give our trust to people, and people can take advantage of that. But here it's very clear that the Lord Jesus, being our friend, will always tell us the truth, and not always something we enjoy to hear. So let us know if you have experienced this before. Maybe once somebody has had a conversation with you, frank, and you didn't like it in the beginning. what they told you, but behind their intention, there was a good intention. There was a good motive. They were not trying to please you, they were not trying to hurt you, but they had a good intention because they were taking care of your soul. They were trying to protect your soul. They were trying to deliver you from evil. Maybe you couldn't see it at that time. Maybe 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 6 months ago, you couldn't see that. But maybe today you are able to see it with spiritual eyes that they were protecting you from harm. If you have experienced something like that, share that with us in the comment section, okay? Tomorrow we're going to be back again talking about friendships through the lens of God. Join us again tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in.
God bless.